Hey guys, this is What If here. It's Q&A time. Let's see how long this video is probably going to be. You'll probably see in the bottom of the video. But I got 87 questions. YouTube glitched out the comments a lot. It went from as high as 113 to like 65. And then if I had like 70 comments at the time, it went down to 30. And then it went to 85. So I don't know how many I end up getting. So if there's a question that wasn't answered, blame YouTube because they done fuck up sometimes. So yeah, so just a heads up. So this is what I have on my computer screen now. I'm just gonna read everything off, and we'll see what happens here. I glanced through some of them, so I'm hoping that everything looks okay with finding everything out. Kamikaze Games asks, what would you say is the best video you've made? It's hard to say because I have like almost 2,000 videos on this account. So I think my favorite is the Gumball Discovers Faku video. It's on my channel. I think I've uploaded like 2-3 years ago. It's like a 23-second clip and it's hilarious. I always saw that scene, and because basically the whole point of it is like Gumball like discovers like the internet and like the show, and like things pop up on the screen. I was just like, well, that would be amazing if I can just put like hentai image, not really hentai images, but very pervy video, like images and all this sort of stuff just pop up on the screen, and Gumball's reaction saying, "Whoa, this is beautiful!" Like, oh my god, I was tearing up when I was making that, and I really enjoyed making that. That's probably my favorite. I know it's very obscure, and people probably will look at it and be emotionally scarred, but I'm a very fucked up person. So yeah, that's probably my favorite video. David Figueroa asks how I feel about the current state of NASCAR in gaming. How I feel about the current state of NASCAR. Obviously not as good as it used to be. That's pretty obvious. I think that it's never been the sale since 2004. It's been completely being neutered. So I mean, and gaming, I don't really have a whole lot to say about gaming. I mean, I don't play like a shit ton of games. I don't own a whole lot of different games, but from what I've seen, I mean, I don't know what to say. I think, overpricing DLC is annoying. That's that's all I could probably gauge. I mean, but yeah, that's what I think about that. Monster Freak 777 asks, what do you think will be the next 2 drivers to retire from NASCAR, and when do you think those drivers will retire? The next 2 drivers to retire, I mean, I don't know. I didn't think Biff would retire so soon, and I didn't think Edwards would, quote unquote, retire. So, if I were to guess, the 2 oldest ones that are left in the Monster Energy series, it's Matt Kenseth and Dale Jr. Now, Matt Kenseth, I don't know. He'll have 1 good year and then 1 bad year, and then next year he'll probably maybe do amazing. I don't know. Junior, it all depends on how bad he wrecks. So I'm gonna probably say for sure Junior, and I can't even say Harvick. I don't even know who would be next to retire. I guess my bet would be Kenseth and Junior. And when? Who do you think? Yeah, that's about my 2 cents on that. So, yeah, that's about it. David Figueroa asks again, will you ever do live stream or playing with subscribers? Live streaming, my computer's ass to begin with, so I mean, it probably is never going to happen unless I get something better to use. But live streaming is something I've always kind of thought about, because I do think it would be kind of neat to do that. And playing with subscribers, like I guess like playing NASCAR games, that'd be fun to do. Live streaming and playing with subscribers, I think that'll happen someday, just not anytime soon with just my shit fest of a computer that it is. Donkey Kong 935 asks, what would your ideal dream NASCAR commentating team? My ideal? I mean, I think it was already like that in the 90s. It was Benny Parsons, Bob Jenkins, and Ned Jarrett. That'll be the 3. Maybe Mike Joy in there somewhere. But yeah, it's like probably a lot of the 90s races and stuff. The commentating for that was perfect. How many times do you think Joey Logano pisses you off in a race? I would say at least once. absolutely at least once. Because, goddamn it, either he does something stupid on restarts that's like, he should have fucking wrecked, the idiot. But it's definitely once a race, if not more. Honestly, I could probably do a race review and like complain about something that he does, but I try not to do it. I try to keep it to a minimum. But yeah, it's definitely once a race. And Twisty4 asks, if I ever met you personally, can we have a cute hug together? And the hug has to last for a minute. Oh my gosh. So, yes, I've said this many times before, and that is something that would be amazing. But you have to do under the pretenses of saying no homo, and it has to be longer than a minute, and then I think we'll be set in stone. Just imagine it. It's gonna be just so weird. But that was what I was born to do. It's like, yes. Where the world needs more huggles, and I will deliver that to you. No homo. Extra Crispy Boy asks, what inspired you to do YouTube? What inspired me? It really stems way back from 2010, more to like 2008. It was more of just like, hey, this site's cool, I want to try stuff out, and I initially just did rant videos, and they were pretty shitty. I was like 13 at the time, but oh my god, a lot of the stuff I said, it just doesn't make any sense. Because I did a video on like why Kyle Busch pisses me off, and it was just a 7-minute ramble about nothing. About, you can't wreck Junior at Richmond, what the hell? Like, stupid shit. I mean, but I was 13. But that was the core idea, and then when I made the What If Racing account, I think in my my 2,000 subscriber video, I think I went into super intense detail on why I made the account, but basically it was because I always wanted to do like NASCAR gaming videos and everything. My Rambox 222 one was was not really that case. I wanted to make something like that, so that was why the What If Racing thing existed. So yeah, as far as the What If Racing's one, it was basically just for NASCAR stuff, so that was the whole thing, and yeah, pretty much it. Extra Crispy Boy asks again, who's your favorite NASCAR driver that's still racing? Dale Jr. Dale Jr. That's not too yeah, Dale Jr. Nokia Cup Series says happy 5,000 subscribers, bro. Thank you very much. Midnight Fan 420 asks, if there was one manufacturer came back in NASCAR, which one would you pick? Dodge. Oh my god, Dodge. I don't know what it is about Dodge, maybe because Dodge was like the first car I kind of like owned, but I don't know. I always liked Dodge. I always liked how the way it looked, so yeah. I wish Dodge would come back. Wesley Riddle asks, remember that time I unrealistically godlike passed you on the last turn with 2 laps to go at Las Vegas in Windcharger Prime's league race when we were pretty much children? Yes, Wes, I remember that. That was very confusing because the outside line normally doesn't work, but somehow it did. I think from my perspective, it was like, I think it was because you're on the outside, and I was letting out the throttle too much, and I was trying to keep it like off you, so I was like, that could be it. Maybe, I don't know, but yeah, I remember that. So that was funny. Asf Youngblood asks, what rule or rules would you like to see NASCAR make? What rules or rules? What rules? I would probably say make the rules more consistent, so it's not inconsistent. Rules or rules? I don't think there's any rules like that would want added. Maybe like changes. Definitely get rid of the cautions for stages. I think the stage racing in theory is fine, but I think the race stopping for the caution for ending is an issue. Bring back the normal 36 race chase. They are basically full season things, so every race truly matters, and I don't know, but that's I don't know. That's all I can think of for that. Wesley Riddle asks again, whatever happened to Brian with a Q? I have no idea what happened to him. It's an in-joke between like a group of friends, but yeah, Brian with a Q, I don't know where he went. I haven't seen him in a long time. Maybe he'll come back someday. Who knows? Wes asks again, top 5 my favorite singer bands of all time. I don't even have 5 favorites to even pick from because my music selection is complete just ass. Well, it's Michael Jackson, Queen, and that's it. that's my top 2. And then the other stuff is just like anime opening music and ending music and stuff because some of them is pretty freaking amazing. Like JoJo Bizarre Adventures, OPs. Yeah, they're freaking amazing. But yeah, this that's it for that. I got nothing else for that area. But last task is again: do you plan on re-auditioning for some kind of TV show with a Michael Jackson dance? No, probably not. Unfortunately, that the America's Got Talent thing kind of fucked me a little bit because like they didn't like I don't know. Well, mainly it's because mom was really encouraging me to like dress up. I didn't want to dress up, so that's why I went like halfway, and I thought it was just that was a little bit embarrassing. I didn't think it needed to go full out like outfit wise for a stupid audition. I don't know, but I don't know. Nothing came of it, and it made me feel like shit. So I don't see that happening anytime soon. Holy crap! Nokia Cup Series asks a lot of questions, but let's just start from number 1. What's your favorite NASCAR stop motion series on YouTube? I don't really have a favorite. I don't really watch stop motion stuff. It's not my cup of tea. I mean, maybe if it was like maybe 10 years ago for me, maybe I would probably watch some, but it's just not for me. Who's your favorite driver that has not won a Monster Energy Cup Series race? Chase Elliott for now, and Ryan Blaney. I guess those would be the top 2. Drake or Meek Mill? Drake is like Drake and Josh. Drake Bell? Yeah, Drake Bell. Yeah, I like Drake Bell. Meek Mill, I don't even know who the heck that is. Let me Google that. Meek Mill. I have no idea. That was from Philly. Probably Drake, I guess. But if Drake Bell. There we go. I like Drake Bell. If you can go up to Kate Upton and say one thing, what would it be? Wait, who's Kate Upton? Oh, time to Google again. Kate Upton. Who's that? Can't remember. I would say her chin's attractive. So there's that. Favorite NASCAR defunct track? Rockingham. Definitely Rockingham. Do you have any pets? Yes, I do. I have 1 dog. Number 7. Would the Charlotte Road Course race and the chase be more fun as a day or night race? I would say more of a day, just because I always like the idea of races being like 1 in the night and 1 a day, or 1 a day and 1 a night. So I think a day race will be interesting to see. Do you think the rumors of adding Lime Rock to the Truck Series schedule in 2019 will be true? It will be a good place for NASCAR to race at. Tier 8 and 9 are the NASCAR. Well, we need to see if that actually is true. Then I'm all up for variety. So variety that makes sense. Not freaking changing Lucas Oil Raceway to Indy. That's a bad one. But I'm curious for that. Number 9. Would you win? Would you rather win a controversial finish over Joe Logano or losing a photo finish to Kyle Busch? I would not do anything to harm Justin Allgaier, so I would definitely pick losing in a photo finish to Kyle Busch, because Kyle Busch will win another day. Justin Allgaier, I don't freaking know, so I would definitely go with Kyle Busch. Texas repave, yay or nay or something. I think the repave in general is a good thing, because the track was just falling apart in a sense. Just the drainage and everything was really bad. It took I think the last time it was paved was in 97 maybe, but yeah, if it rained, it took way too damn long to dry the track up. So I think the repave was necessary, but I didn't think it was necessary to mess around with the configuration of turns 1 and 2. But apparently made the racing good, so that's all for me. I didn't watch a whole lot of that race. That week in general was very stressful, so I don't remember a whole lot from that race. But if it's to judge by anything by Kamikaze Games video, with basically his opinions kind of mirror mine. So if he said the race was surprisingly good, then I'll believe it. So yeah, I'm alright with that repay for once. Have you or will you buy a Nintendo Switch? Probably not. I'm a broke ass son of a bitch, so I don't see that ever happening. And also, there's only like 3 games right now. Maybe by the time this video is uploaded, or a year from now, they'll maybe have 13 games. But no, I'm not getting a Nintendo Switch. Should Ryan Blaney want Texas? Yeah, sure. I know he led a lot of that race. It would have been nice to see him win. So, that would have been nice to see him win. Unfortunately, I just wish it would have been nice to have that happen. But yeah, I think he should have won. Insert Clint Boyer love or hate here. I hate Clint Boyer. Oh my god. The Richmond thing pissed me off because he lied about purposely spinning, and he was just like, I don't really know. And it's just so obvious because just his eyes are just darting all around way too much, and I have no respect for him. I don't really have any respect for Michael Waltrip Racing or Michael Waltrip in general for pretty much trying to, fuck with the Chase thing in 2013. That was bullshit, and I don't like Clint Boyer. Does Stewart Racing? Does Stewart Haas Racing have a sponsorship problem with Danica? Yeah, but it's everything else. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. Does Fox have a Danica yoga fetish? Probably. I don't blame them. I mean, it's the only girl, so they're just gonna milk whatever the hell they can get out of a woman being in NASCAR. So, would you drink 5-hour Monster Energy? 5-hour Energy plus Monster. Jesus Christ! You want me to die? I don't think I would even attempt that. I don't even like energy drinks in general. I just soda's good enough for me, so probably stay away from that. I don't want to die. How many people do you know that vape? My parents, or my mom actually does, ironically enough. So I mean, that's the only thing. Even I was working at Roadhouse and everything. There might be one other person that vape, but it was not super common in my area as as I guess the public made it out to be, or I don't know, but yeah, just only like maybe 1 or 2. If you could meet any YouTuber, who would it be? Probably Joseph, ironically enough, because we do have that that neat nod. I don't know, but yeah, probably Joseph, because I did we do used to race a lot and everything, so he is like the closest that I would probably want to meet. So just unfortunately lives halfway across the world in California. So yeah, probably Joseph would be neat to meet. 20, when will Kenseth retire? I don't really know. I'm gonna say maybe in 2021, 2022 maybe. That's about 23 years, so that would be about the normal retiring rate. With Kenseth, it's hard to pick from, because 1 year he does good and then 1 year he does bad. So in that 1 year he does bad, people will think, will Kenseth retire soon? So who the heck knows? But I would say in the next 5 or 6 years to be safe. JJ824 asks, when is all that hair gonna be gone? Or not all gone? I don't know. Need to schedule a haircut appointment, and it'll be like that normal buzz cut that I saw many months ago, probably like back in October. And just because like the one good haircut place in my area, for whatever reason, they say walk-ins are acceptable, but every time we do a walk-in, it doesn't matter. So you have to call in advance, and it's like if you call on Monday, sometimes they'll be like, oh, well, on Tuesday or Wednesday, and so I just haven't got around to that because I'm a lazy bitch. Are there any other sports you watch? And if so, which are your favorite teams? I don't watch any other sports. NASCAR is the really only one I really watch. I mean, never care for football. I'm like the only person in the whole world that thinks that. I actually don't mind golf, but golf's more of a thing where it's fun to play than rather watch. Baseball, it's one of those things where it's more fun to play than watch. I used to do baseball in elementary school up to 6th grade, so that would be neat. But I just don't follow it too much. I don't know. It's one of those things where it's just not as it's better to play than watch, I guess. Which you would think NASCAR would be the same thing, but it's more because I grew up watching that, so that's probably why. But yeah, that's basically it for that. Alex Miles asks, I don't know if I said the last name right, who is your least favorite NASCAR driver? I guess to him it's Jimmy Johnson, but for me it's Joey Logano by a goddamn country freaking century, because I absolutely despise him. I should make a video one day on explaining why I hate it, but There's a question later down the road, I believe, that explains that, so I'll probably get to that in the future. Busman25 asks, do you like IndyCar? If so, favorite team and track, least fave team, driver, track. I like IndyCar. I just don't watch it a whole lot. I do enjoy like the whole open wheel thing about it, and I just don't follow up on it too much, unfortunately. So I should honestly give it more of a shot, but it's hard to go into something new, and I don't really know who to root for or who to really like. I mean, maybe Hunter Ray, and I don't know. But it's something that I don't watch a whole lot, but I can definitely respect what they do. It is cute. And also, there's no bullshit like, stage racing, stupid points, chase things. Already alone, that's good enough. And also for, do you like F1? If so, favorite team and driver, and track, least fave team, driver. Do you like F1? I obviously do, but I do have like some of the F1 games. I got like 2010, 2011, 12, 13, F1 2016, 14 and 15 I stayed away from just because I heard not too good things about it, but I do like F1, just it's always on at god awful hours for me, and also it does get a repetitive seeing like the same drivers like win. Like it was either Lewis Hamilton or Nico Rosberg last season. This season it could be either way with like one or two different people winning. And that's like one of the big things that turns me off. It's just there's not a variety of winners. I know granted it's only like 20 some races in a season, but it's just boring just seeing the same guy win all the damn time. It just doesn't make it very fun. Busman25 asks again. This goes for all top 3 series in NASCAR. Favorite team for each. Favorite team in Truck Series would be Red Horse. The favorite team in the Xfinity would be Junior Motorsports. And favorite team in the Monster Energy Cup Series. I guess Hendrick. Even though I don't like Johnson all too much. I guess Hendrick. I could say Earnhardt Ganassi, but just because Larson and McMurray are alright, so I like Larson a lot. I don't know, but yeah, that's for that. Favorite team for each. Favorite driver for each series. Truck Series will be Brett Moffitt. God damn it, his career needs to be saved. Xfinity, Justin Allgaier by many miles over the next favorite, which I don't know who, but favorite driver for the Monster Energy Cup Series, Dale Jr. obviously. Favorite track and race. Truck Series, probably Eldora. Race for Xfinity, probably like any of the road courses. Race and the Cup Series, probably be Martinsville. Favorite team for each. I already answered that. Least favorite driver for team and track. Least favorite driver in each series. Probably Ben Rhodes in the Truck Series because he's a freaking wrecking ball. I don't even know if he's in the Truck Series anymore. There's not really anybody I truly like hate in the Truck Series. I guess Cup Leeches. Xfinity, I don't really have a whole lot that I don't like either. Maybe Cole Custer because he's a certified spoon, but I don't know. As for the Cup Series, for like least favorite, Logano, Tracks, Cup Series would always be Phoenix. Xfinity Series, I don't really... Probably Indy. Indy's always been a shit track for the Xfinity Series. Truck Series, what would be the worst track? A lot of Truck Series races are normally very good, so I don't really know which one will be bad. I don't really know if there is one. I can't really answer that one. I don't think there is one. Busman25 asks again, will you allow people to ask if you can sub to them? If you can sub to me, I don't do sub for subs, so sorry. Jason Tingo asks, who's your favorite drivers in the Xfinity Series and Truck Series? Favorite and drivers in the Xfinity Series would be Justin Allgaier, Elliott Sadler, Bubba Wallace. It's probably my top 3. There's probably some more, but I can't think. That's the top 3 off of my head. Truck Series will be Brett Moffitt. I like Johnny Sauter. I like Matt Craft, and Truck Series. That's the three I can think of for that. So I guess top three. We'll go with that. But yeah, those are my three favorites for those two series. Camera cut out, 29-minute limit, so had to restart again. But Busman25 asks, 5 tracks would you like to add to NASCAR and 5 that you would take away from NASCAR? That's a really hard one, because that would mean a lot of tracks that have 2 days will be cut down to 1. Some, like, I wouldn't mind being cut down to 1, like maybe Pocono or Michigan, but I don't really. That's way too hard to ask. That you would want to add. Probably like stuff like Rockingham would be nice to see on the schedule. The Cup Series can probably do more road courses like Mid Ohio or Road America or something. Maybe do the. That's all I could think of as far as 5 to add and take away. I can't think of that many. Busman25 asks again, Final 4 picks for all 3 series. That's a wild card, because the chase, people that deserve to be in the Final 4 don't deserve to be there. Like last season, like Jimmy Johnson won, even though it was like 8th in points. 2015 it was freaking Kyle Busch, who was like 20th in points. 2014 it was Harvick, which even though I think it was like top 5 in points all season, so that actually kind of makes sort of sense. But Newman makes no fucking sense, so it's probably going to be a bunch of people that probably don't deserve it. So that's too much of a wild card. Probably for one of them I can name a Truck Series, probably Matt Crafton for the Truck Series for sure. Xfinity, probably Elliott Sadler, like one that's going to be for sure in the Final 4. And in the Final 4 for Cup, I would like to say Larson, because he's been so damn good, but I have a feeling he's going to choke or do something to screw himself over. So I'll probably say maybe I don't know. Probably like Kyle Busch, maybe? I would think so. Go Cubbies 2016 asks, no need to answer this if you want to. What, in your personal opinion, is the worst video you've ever made? Probably the ones where like the Elgato fucks up a lot that I really like end up uploading. So it'd probably be some of the NASCAR Heat Evolution videos. Maybe near the end of the season, maybe not so much like the Elgato issues itself too much. Because if I hated it that much, I wouldn't have uploaded it. But the worst videos, I probably near the end of the NASCAR Heat videos, just because it was just getting way too dominating and it was just way too easy. But my worst video, probably a lot of my older ones. It's hard to pick just one, but a lot of my older like Let's Plays on like Inside Line and maybe NASCAR 14 before I did like the face cam, or a lot of the older ones I didn't really like too much. NASCAR 15 was like the first series I think I actually didn't mind, like in overall like how that went. So probably like the Inside Line NASCAR 14 stuff maybe. Buzzman25 asks again. He's asked a lot in different sort of questions. That's interesting. He should have just like made like one big like comment thing, but whatever. That's not a big deal. He asked 1 out of 10 opinion on drivers. Trevor Bayne, he's a one-hit wonder. Kyle Larson, I like, but he tends to choke a lot. Hopefully he'll fix that. But it's also nice to see Ganassi do well, so that's cool. I keep saying Earnhardt Ganassi, but I don't think Earnhardt's a part of Ganassi anymore. I can't remember. But yes, I like Larson. Just chokes a lot. I hope he does, he wins more, because it's cool to see that 42 in victory lane. Because reminds me of Kyle Petty. Because 42 and Kyle Petty kind of go together pretty well. Chase Elliott, I like. I personally like him a lot more because he actually replied to me on my Twitter with the Bill Elliott every win video. He actually acknowledged my existence, so because of that, I do like him a lot more. So I like you, Chase. He's pretty cool. Eric Jones, I used to not like him a whole lot just because it seemed like a Kyle Busch clone, but I'm starting to like him a little bit more. He hasn't done anything to really piss me off, so he's been on my good side, so that's good. Ryan Reed, I like him. I think the sponsor he has and everything, good cause. Well, I mean, it's not legitimate diabetes, but yeah. He used to wreck a lot, and this season he's actually doing pretty reasonable. So I like that. John Hunter Nemechek, I like mainly because he on my Twitter He actually responded to my Joe Nemechek video. He was just saying, you know, thanks for sharing my dad's wins. So that was pretty cool. I was glad he was able to acknowledge my existence. So that was nice, because I sent one for Rusty Wallace. He didn't give a shit. Sent one to Dale Jr. He didn't give a shit. Mark Martin actually acknowledged it. He liked it. So I love you, Mark Martin. So yeah, I like John Nemechek. Just that whole thing at the road course was a little bit shit showy there on his part, but I'll let it slide because he's been pretty cool. Tyler Reddick, I don't have much of an opinion on him. He's just kind of their driver for me, so not a whole lot to say about him. Francosis Bouvier asks, would you race in real cars? What's your favorite car? I love your postings. Keep it up. Thanks for the comment. I appreciate it. So, what would you race in real cars? Probably, race in real cars. Probably, the IROC cars, like the... Yeah, IROC cars would be pretty cool to drive. I always loved the look. I always liked that. So, probably the IROC cars. What's your favorite car? I mean, probably anything with Dodge, just because I own one. So, I mean, there you go. So, yeah. Dwayne Foster Podcast asks several questions for Mr. What If. 1. How different would NASCAR be if Dale Sr. was alive? Could probably just check out a Griff Dog's video on that. I mean, he did a whole series about it, but I thought that was really well done. I thought I would think Earnhardt would have more wins than like 2, maybe like, because I believe he would have retired in like 2005 or 6. I don't know. I heard this somewhere. I don't really have a link or anything. But I heard somewhere that like Earnhardt would have retired around the same time as Rusty Wallace, and I feel like he would have retired maybe in 2006. The last year where that the Gen 4 cars were used, ironically enough, like full time. So maybe that. But if Dale Sr. would, probably a lot of things would probably play out the same. Because if Bill France like Jr. Really didn't like the chase and everything back in 2004 when Brian France was talking to him about it, I'm pretty sure Earnhardt would feel the same way. But I think Brian France would have still went with it. So I think the chase still would have existed. Because Earnhardt did have a lot of a voice and stuff, and I feel like some things would change, but not fully. So there's a lot of theorizing, a lot to make a video on its own, honestly. But I think NASCAR, if Earnhardt was alive, I think safety wouldn't be anywhere as near as developed as it is now. Because, I mean, it took 3 people to die before they changed anything. It was mainly because of Earnhardt's passing that they even did as much safety changes as they did. Which is ridiculous because poor Kenny Irwin Jr., freaking, Adam Petty, they lost their lives and they didn't do shit. I mean, they added restrictor plates in New Hampshire, which that wouldn't solve anything. But yeah, that was just, I don't know. I think safety wouldn't be as far. Just a lot of stuff to go into that would be a video all on its own. So, yeah, that's my basic thoughts on that. 2, is Brian France the Hitler of professional racing? Maybe not Hitler, but definitely makes some of the dumbest damn decisions I've seen. So, he always impresses me on how he can go above and beyond from what he did before and outshine himself. 3, what's your thoughts on WWE right now? If you do watch it, I don't watch wrestling. I think the last time I watched wrestling was like in maybe 2000. It's been a long time. I just don't follow it. Just never really grabbed my interest after 2000. Number 4, who would you replace Casey Kane in the 5 or Hendrick? Alex Bowman. Alex Bowman is legitimately pretty good. Like when he was in that 88 car, he ran pretty damn well in like those miscellaneous races he did. So I think Alex Bowman is heavily underrated. I don't know how well he would do in the 5 because the 5 always seems to be like the weakest car for Hendrick. Maybe though this season's actually not too bad, but definitely Alex Bowman. It'll be really cool to see him do well. Number 5, what's your thoughts on people saying Michael Jackson was a pedo and etc., which I think is BS, by the way. Thanks. The whole thing with Michael Jackson and the pedo thing, it's because like for me, I remember like in 2009, everybody they completely flipped their opinion on him. He's like, oh, he's the greatest thing, and there's a lot of disgusting stuff because like during like the allegation in 2005, people were lambasting him and everything, and then here after he passes away and everything, you're like, oh my god, such a tragedy. It is disgusting. Like that kind of stuff is pretty fucking disgusting. And a lot of news reports and stuff were just so against him at the time, and it was disgusting, and the whole peel thing's fucked up. Like, it just, I obviously never agree with that. Like, I never thought that was the case. It just, there's videos to look up on the internet, like, what really did happen, and, like, with Michael Jackson. So I think in the 2005 trial, I think it's like Luno J or something, he had, like, a long series, just goes super in-depth, like, 100 plus parts on the whole trial and everything. So it's a very interesting watch, and yeah, just the whole pedo thing's a bunch of bullshit. Revan Lateralis asks, what's up with the school shitter haircut in the video? Well, see, my hair is so goddamn long. What do you want? Do you want to be like this? Just want it to be like, just go fully just down, be like that? Do you want it like that? Okay. So that's why I put it up like that, because it's in a freaking way. So that's why. Unironically, it did look like that, so yeah, just I like to get the hair out of my damn way. Raptor King 18 asks, do you want to be a beaner? What the hell is a time to Google again? I don't even know what that is. Derogatory slang terms that refers to Mexicans. What the fuck? Wait, do you want to be a Mexican? That's basically... Sure? Oh, damn, Nat Beto fan sent a lot of questions. Holy crap. Oh, this is gonna be a long one. Well, I'm just gonna kind of just shoot fire or just spit them out, so. What type of car do you have if you drive a 1994 Dodge Stealth? Do you like Tommy Joe Martins? I have no opinion on him. I don't think one way or the other. Are you on NASCAR Reddit? No, I'm not. Can you do a video of your top 10 most hated and liked drivers? That would be a hard one. I mean, number 1 would be Dale Earnhardt, obviously, for liked drivers. Probably number 2 would be like Alan Quickie. Number 3 would be probably Davey Allison. A lot of them would be just old school stuff. I mean, but most hated, it would be it'd probably be just all Logano for top 10. I mean, number 5, I won 2 tickets to Gateway Truck Race and I can't go if you want them. I don't live in Gateway, so I'm not gonna drive or fly all the way over there, so I'm gonna pass on that. Can you / will you ever play Dirt Daytona? I will play Dirt Daytona someday. Just I don't have it, but seeing playthroughs of it and stuff, it's very similar to NASCAR Evolution, but with more content. So that's interesting. So I heard the gameplay, or at least the way the car handles, is sort of the same. So that might suck, but Damage Mall's still pretty damn good in that game. The physics for the most part seem alright, and the career mode's definitely in depth. So I think it would be probably a fun thing to do. I just don't have it, but it would be something to do down the line someday. Favorite NASCAR YouTube channel? I have a couple. I like WinVal8820. I like David Land's stuff. I like Kamikaze's game stuff. I like Intuisi4 stuff. So that's like the main 4 I kind of watch. And it's hard to pick a favorite. Maybe WinVal, just because I just love his reactions to stuff, and he just seems to be like the most, just maybe more related to me, or just, I don't know, maybe that's just my personal preference, but those 4 I do definitely like. Maybe WinVal is probably my favorite, so yeah. Number 8, what is the obvious BS debris caution you've ever seen? A lot of debris cautions either like they never happen or they never show it, which is bullshit, because it's stupid. But yeah, debris cautions probably, if debris cautions really don't show the debris, that's probably something that pissed me off the most, so that's it. Number 9, how much would a woodchuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood? Probably 12, or maybe, well, yeah, probably 12, Justin Allgaier's old Bush Series number. But yeah, it's I'm familiar with that word. My mom always used to kind of bring it up because it was a tongue twister, and not a big deal to say. How many times will Corey LaJoie crash? I used to really despise it, but the more I was thinking about it and I was watching NASCAR and stuff, I remember they were mentioning that in that car, like the average finishing position was like maybe 36 or something. It was doing better than the average finish, so I think it's better than what the car is giving him, but just the car is ass. So if he crashes, it's going to be probably because of the car's fault or something go wrong. So probably having another 10 or 12 times. So from race 7 onwards. So I'm probably expecting that. Number 11, thoughts on DJ Kennington make the Daytona 500 and maybe running more races. I'm all up for that. I always like the the underfooted guys and everything. So if he's able to do more races, that's awesome. I'm glad he was able to make his way into the 500s. So that's really cool. So yeah, it's just nice. Have you ever been in or driven a race car? No, I'm not. I've never done that. favorite Rick Allen quote, probably "Problems and Around Goes," which is ironically number 14, so that's nice. Favorite NASCAR game, NASCAR Thunder 2004. If you're wanting to go for like more in-depth stuff, probably Chase for the Cup. But I just like the idea of NASCAR Thunder 2004 having more of the work your way up type of thing. So that would be nice. That's really why it's my favorite, just because it is a true grind. It does freaking beat the shit out of you. It is really a test of just struggling, and you really get a feel of just that really frustrating kind of feel early on. Then when you do better, it's very satisfying and rewarding. So I think that really captured that the most for an NASCAR game. If you want to start from like the true like bottom up, Chase for the Cup would probably be the best one with NASCAR 07 and 06 and stuff. So number 16, there is currently a giant wasp on my bus. What should I do? Don't fucking touch it. I have some funny giant wasp stories where it's like stuff happened with my mom downstairs with the freaking like big wasps and everything, and one got like in her hair, and then one got like in like her glasses, like from her eye glasses. Like it just, oh my god, stay away from that shit. Oh my god, I hate. If it's wasps, stay away. If they're bees, then it's actually not too bad. Number 17, what number would you run NASCAR? What number? Probably 28 or 7, but 7's already taken, so probably 28. Just because I love Davey Allison, so probably 28. You versus Kamikaze Games, who would win a fight? I'm very like randomly limber, so I have a shot of avoiding stuff. But I think you would probably win more in a brawl. If it's a strategic fight, maybe I would have the upper hand. But he has a Caesar's pizza that he probably would throw at me, so I'll probably slip on that. So I don't know. It will be definitely one of those Naruto versus Sasuke fights where just at the end we're just so exhausted and just we're like evil even, and yeah, probably something like that. If you watch Naruto versus Sasuke fight, that's kind of what it was from Shippuden. So that's probably what it would be like. Number 19, what computer do you have? I have a Windows 7. I got it in Christmas of 2009, so it's almost freaking. Well, it's gonna be 8 years old this year. And it's almost 9 years old soon, so I mean, it's actually gonna be 8 years old. But yeah, it's gonna be 8 years old this year, so it's an old freaking computer by this point. Number 20, will you ever play NR 2003? I mean, I have NR 2003 on my computer, but I don't really mess with it just because my computer runs like ass. So I mean, can't really play games like that. It just causes too much issues, and if I were to record it, it would be even more issues. So, I've seen enough NR 2003 videos to kind of conclude what I think about it, but also just I don't know, just never got around to playing it. Number 21, do you play any sports? I used to play baseball in elementary school from like kindergarten to like 6th grade, and then from 7th to 9th grade, I believe. No, not from 7th, but I think from 9th, 8th, 9th, and 10th grade, I did like the golf thing for my school. It was more of those things where it's like, I wasn't good enough to be like in like tournaments or leagues or anything like that for the school, but it was more of like you get to go for free. So I kind of did it like that. So that was pretty much that. And also I did bowling for many years. I haven't bowled in a long time, but I bowled from 2006 all the way to 2014, 2015, so about 8 or 9 years. So I haven't gotten to it recently just because, one, my bowling ball I had broke. It got like a big split in it, and it also cost like $300 to get a new one, and I just never had money around to do that because I didn't really do it enough to really warrant to buy a new ball and everything. So I just never got around to it. Even though I was like working everything like full time, or even not full time, but part time and everything, I still like didn't have like enough. I mean, I had enough, but it would have put a big dent in my savings. So I just never had around to do that. But that's really the main three, and that's about it for now. Ask88 asks, how long has been since into SC4R? I've known him like way back since like NASCAR 09 days, like maybe like near the end of like NASCAR. I wouldn't say NASCAR 09. I would say probably around early 2011, probably something like that. So, or maybe even earlier, maybe like late 2010. So I mean, I've known him for quite some time. So it's been a long time with it. Him and Revan have been like the two longest people I've probably known in terms of like the NASCAR community. Number 2, favorite NASCAR Xfinity driver, Justin Allgaier. How long did you start YouTube? How long did you start? I mean, it was like March 31st, 2010. Favorite food, fries, because I'm a freaking greasy fat bastard. Number 5, favorite NASCAR Cup Series driver, Dale Jr. Number 6, favorite Truck Series driver, Brad Moffitt. So, yeah. Steph Curry Fan 30 asks, do you like Sun Chips? I do actually like Sun Chips. I haven't had some in a while. I normally just like the original ones, or maybe like the cheddar versions of them, but yeah, I like Sun Chips. They're good. Alright, I'm back. Camera died on me. Like, the battery just completely exhausted, so I was in the middle of answering a question. I might as well just redo it. So, Luke Rainey asks, why don't you convey a positive attitude in your videos? Maybe it's the cynical side of me. I don't know, but I'm just gonna tell it like it is. If there's something I don't like or something I do like, I'm gonna mention it. I don't like. Am I supposed to be like super upbeat and not complain about anything, or that does kind of rub me the wrong way with that comment. So thank you for making me feel like a piece of shit. So I appreciate it. Blake Walker asks, what is your favorite call of a moment in NASCAR from an announcer? Probably the 1998 Daytona 500. It's classic, so yeah. GG24 NASCAR asks, do you have any diecast? If you do, show some of yours. I do have some, not a whole lot. I've just some I'll show on my desk here. One's the 2014 Tony Stewart car, as you see right here. So I got this at Pocono, and this was just a week before the Kevin Ward whole debacle thing. So there's one of them. I have some in this bag here that I got in Pocono last year that I just kept in here because I don't want any of this getting like old rust or the color falling away. But got a Truex paint scheme here. Let's see what else is in here. Actually, quite a bit more than I thought. I have the Brad Keselowski Alliance car. What else do I have in here? Okay, let's just get all these out. Let's see. I got Chase Elliott's rookie 3M scheme. It's cool. I got Brad Keselowski's 22 discount tires car. Looks nice. And also I got let's see, Brad Keselowski's Miller Lite car. So that's nice. I do have one more in here that I actually almost forgot to show. God damn it. Oh, it was buried underneath all this. And the last but not least, Justin Allgaier's number 7 Xfinity car. Really nice. Love all these things. So worth all the money I kind of spent on them. I think there's so many because when I went to Pocono, I went for 3 days. Saturday and then Sunday when the race was rained out, and then on Monday, so that's why there was like so many cars here. But there's also more in my closet, which I have to go get right now. I used to have a lot more, but a lot of them just, I guess, got thrown away at some point. I don't even think it was my doing, but I have a lot here. Earnhardt's number 3 car here. Dale Jr.'s 88 amp car. Dale Earnhardt's 1998 Chevrolet Plus car. Earnhardt's number 3 Wheaties car from 97. Dale Jr.'s car from 2006. So, this is one of them. As you're going to notice, there's a lot of Dale Earnhardt cars. Earnhardt's 1990... 99, because that's the 25th anniversary on here. Dale Jr.'s 2004 car, I think. I have a lot of Jr. and Earnhardt cars because I was a blind fanboy. National Guard 88. And this one is the number 8 Budweiser one. And this was a part of like a diecast stand, and I had to get it off the stand just to use it. But yeah, this is the Budweiser one, which this is my favorite. I always love the look of this Budweiser's car and everything. I have a number 2 Dale Earnhardt car from 1979. So this one I love a lot. Dale Earnhardt's 1990 car. Everybody obviously like that. Again, a lot of Earnhardt stuff. Kevin Harvick's Reese's car. I like that look. Gordon's 1996, 7, 8, 9. I don't even know what year this was. Was it 94 or what year does it say on here? Oh, it says 1998. So 1998 Brickyard car. I have 2 Kevin Harvick cars. One from 2005, the 20 years thing on here, and also Harvick's. I think this is 2003. I can tell because Sonic's on the side here, as well as the Winston Cup thing, looked like the small thing on the side. Also, I got Dale Jarrett's 2000, I think 5 UPS Christmas Toys for Tots trucks, so that was cool. I have a few more left in here. Jimmy Johnson's 2004 or 5 car. I don't know what it says on the back here. I don't know. I'm assuming 2005 or 2004 scheme. And also I have Brad Keselowski's 88 Navy car. Really love that scheme. Also I have, I think that might be, oh wait, no, I see one more in here. Let's see, actually there's a couple more in here. See, I have Casey Kane's number 9 car. I always loved the nose of the Ford Dodges. I always liked that, so yeah, I love that scheme. I got Gordon's 2007 Nicorette car. You can kind of tell that a lot of these schemes and stuff I liked up to like 2008 or something. So yeah. So I got the Gordon one. There's one more in here. It's a 98 Bojangles car. I don't know if this is an official one or what, but it has a die cast nonetheless. I believe that's all that's in here, die cast wise. So, oh shit. The last one I have is Dale Earnhardt Jr.'s 2007 Elvis car. I remember this race specifically. He raced it in. It was the Fall Richmond race where he was actually running really well. He was side by side with like some guy in like 3rd or 2nd. They were gaining on the leader, and this car just said fuck it. It just blew up. So that's the summary of this season that year. But yeah, a lot of I wouldn't say a lot of cars, but a lot of Dale Earnhardt Jr. stuff, because I was really into that at the time. I don't buy too much diecast anymore. I only got like that many in that one year. So yeah, that's all my diecast that I have as of now. I'll probably get a few more in the future, but other than that, that's about it. Alex Vivieros asks, if you started a new race team, who would your drivers and sponsor and your car brand? You can have 4 drivers and 4 sponsors. Jeez. If you could pick a new race team, who would your drivers be? Probably Brett Moffitt, Justin Allgaier. Brett Moffitt, Justin Allgaier. Chase Elliott, Kyle Larson. Sponsors the same as they are in real life. I don't really have any like fantasy sponsors. So. Car brand, probably Dodge, because I like Dodge. So yeah, about it. Nothing too fancy schmancy. Wayward Wind 24 asks, top 10 all-time favorite NASCAR drivers. Pretty easy for me in my book, because you got Dale Earnhardt, Mark Martin, Davey Allison, Alan Quickie. Oh my god. Mark Martin. I love Mark Martin. Rusty Wallace. I always Tim Richmond. I love Tim Richmond. And I love Tony Stewart. Dale Jr. because freaking fanboy. This is in no order, but and number 10 will probably be I was trying to think of like a modern day driver maybe to throw in the mix there, but fuck it, Justin Allgaier 10th. But yeah, a lot of them a lot of them are old school, but I like them. Anon asks, what are your thoughts on the opinions of what happened to Mayfield? I know it's no topic, but at this point, I'm just curious what you think. I feel bad what happened to Mayfield. I do think, it's just a shame. Because even up to that point, in his career, it doesn't seem like he was going to be going anywhere. And I just thought that incident, really just set the nail in the coffin for his career. And it is a shame because it always seemed like he did well and everything for what he was given. I just think, Everham was kind of giving him the short change at the end there and everything. Just, it sucks that happened. I hope he's clean of all that now and everything because it's just a shitty situation for him. Dawson Brush asks, hey, can you do a NASCAR 01 career mode? NASCAR 2001 doesn't really have a career mode, just a season mode, but I don't have the game. I really wasn't going to plan on doing it because it doesn't really have a fleshed a fleshed out career mode. Oh my god. NASCAR 2002 was the first one to really have that, so I'm probably going to focus on that more in the future. Frowny13 asks a lot of questions. Oh my god, it fills up my entire screen. I have to scroll. What other manufacturers do you like to see in NASCAR? I'm kind of okay. I mean, I would like to see Dodge come back. But as far as any other manufacturer, any new ones they throw in, I don't mind. It doesn't bother me. I'm not like a super manufactured person. Like, there's a lot of people that hate Toyotas, and I'm like, I don't care. Do you approve of the changes that NASCAR is making this season? I like the stage format idea. I just don't like the idea of the caution coming out for that. I think they should just let them keep going. So I think the caution, the damage clock is very dumb. I don't really think it was needed. But the core giving points for throughout the race and stuff in stages is a good idea. I just think the cautions need to be get rid of during them. That actually kind of answered the next question as well, ironically enough, with thoughts on the 3 stages. So yeah, do you approve of the changes at Phoenix? I just think it's a pointless change to mess with Phoenix. I didn't think there was any change to do that. Have you ever tried the Monster Energy drink? No, I haven't. I don't drink energy drinks like that. Do you think Hisaki will make a comeback? I think he'll do all right. I'm hoping so. Do you approve of Ty Dillon driving the number 13? Not really. He just kind of kicked Casey Mears out, and he was actually doing fine at 13. So I probably, statistically speaking, Ty Dillon is probably better, but that's still shitty because it's another case of money outbuying talent. In that case, it kind of sucks. I don't know. I'm not really happy with that. Do you approve of Stewart-Haas Racing going to Chevy to Ford? I don't. I don't care. It doesn't bother me. I was just concerned that their performance might have dipped, but I guess not. Who's your pick to win this NASCAR championship this year? I don't really have a clue. I mean, Chase throws everything into a freaking monkey wrench, and then anybody can win it. So I'm gonna probably say Denny Hamlin. If NASCAR survives the idiocy of Brian France, you think it will become an all-electric sport in the future? An all-electric sport, maybe. I don't know. We'll see. I'm not. As long as they're not like Toyota Priuses or whatever, they just don't make any sound, then that'll be kind of a problem. I don't know. That's it probably will happen in my lifetime. So yeah. Have you ever seen the show Top Gear? No, I haven't. Do you watch IndyCar sometimes? Sometimes I do. Do you have any faith left in DMR, AK-74 games, and Monster games? I have I have a shred of skin of hope if they actually watch my video and they take into account what I said, and maybe, so that would be nice. So if they make the next game and there's no changes to it and everything, then this is gonna come off like, hey, you didn't watch my video, so you're a piece of shit. So we'll see. We keep NASCAR Heat Evolution forever. It's on my Xbox, so forever. How long my Xbox One lasts? Are you hyped for Forza 7? No, I hate Forza. What inspired you to start a YouTube channel? My What If Racing one, I already asked this question, but on my What If Racing one, I wanted to make more racing stuff, and my other one was just more of just a ranting channel. So the What If Racing one was more for just NASCAR stuff. I think on my channel I did a 2,000 subscriber video on how my account got started here, so you could probably find that. You could probably search that on my channel and go through there. How much longer do you plan on YouTube? Probably forever. As a full-time thing, probably not forever. Do you watch YouTube poops? If so, who's your favorite pooper of all time? Durham Rocker Z, King of the Hill ones are fantastic. What's your favorite childhood TV show? Dragon Ball Z, because that was the one I remember the most. Are you hyped for the Fate of the Furious? I don't watch Fast and the Furious, but it does suck with having a Paul Walker. He did seem like a pretty cool guy. So, how did you and Kamikaze Games get to know each other? Basically through Twitter. I just sent him like a DM, and we will sometimes talk back and forth from on occasions. So that's pretty much how we conversed. But as far as like finding his channel, I just saw a race review, and I was just like, hey, he bitches just like me at stuff, but I don't upload it. But yeah, so I think that's how I found him, was just like through his race reviews. So yeah. Will you ever do the 2011 season on NGG 11? Probably. I thought of it like when I first was like announcing. I was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna definitely do that, but probably not, just because there's nothing much to that game, and with freaking season mode in 2011, I don't think that'll happen unless I'm bored. So we'll see. Do you plan to play NASCAR Racing 2003 season? I have it, but I just don't really use it too much because my computer's ass. When and why do you hate Joey Logano? Well, because of him being extremely overhyped and not doing shit in a 20 car is one reason, but that's not really his fault. Being pushed into the series too soon is the team's fault or sponsor's fault. I don't know. But it really just started to boil in 2012 when he bumped and ran Mark Martin. When he had multiple laps to go left on the race, and he was definitely faster. Not arguing the fact that he should not have won, but I thought he should have got around him a lot cleaner, especially that Mark Martin is one of the most well-respected guys in the NASCAR world. So I thought that was shitty. The 2013 stuff with Hamlin smacking the wall and inadvertently breaking his back, and Logano was like, yeah, he deserved it and everything, even though Logano didn't know at the time that it was his, that happened, but still, it's a very bad thing to do, and it was just shitty thing, and that doesn't help. Then there was an Xfinity race where near the end of the race, he was trying to pass someone, and he decided to wreck him, and then the next day, he's like, oh, being super happy with fans, and it just came off as just really bullshitty, just trying to cover his tracks, because people called him out on Twitter, so I didn't like that. Then there was just the stuff with the Kenseth thing, where he was just, he turned Kenseth, even though he already won all the chase races, so he didn't really have any purpose of racing him that goddamn hard, especially when there was a couple laps left to go in the race, not the absolute white flag. So that was an issue, and then Logano brake checking Kenseth down pit road at Talladega, so that doesn't help either. And then also with the Martinsville thing, and that was really his fault because he was being a fucking douchehead the entire time. So I don't like Logano, he's a piece of shit. Yeah, that's all that's it. Godfather Gaming asks, okay, this is wordy, but hopefully it'll make sense. What NASCAR driver do you think deserve a top-tier cup ride? Name the driver and car and team. Who do you think deserve a cup-tier ride? A cup-tier ride? I think definitely Alex Bowman. Absolutely Alex Bowman. A car, probably the 5 team, Hendrick obviously, but another car that I would like to see do well or return is Johanna Long. Oh my god, she's actually not that bad of a racer. If you give her fucking equipment, she'll be better than Danica. Oh, it pisses me off. I love you, Johanna Long. JC1424 asks, how many rock bands can you name? Barely any. I'm not familiar with that, unfortunately. Would you rather chop out Dale Earnhardt Jr.'s fingers one by one, or make out Joe Logano for 1 hour? Probably cut off Jr.'s fingers, because I'm not touching Logano with a 10-foot pole. Not even a 100-foot pole. So, what are your top 5 favorite NASCAR games to play? Top 5 favorites. Top 5. Definitely NASCAR 2004. Chase for the Cup. Definitely Chase for the Cup, like 2005. NASCAR Thunder 2003 is my 3rd. My 4th favorite probably would be NASCAR 07. And then probably NASCAR 06 would be my 5th. That's probably how I would rank it. Now I know Dirt to Daytona's not on there, but I haven't personally played it, so I can't judge. But if I owned Dirt to Daytona, it'd probably be in my top 5 for absolute sure. But yeah, for what I own, that's my top 5. Can you please eat Cheez-Its after each question for the rest of Q&A? I don't have any Cheez-Its. I just have some takeout food. I just have some fries. So, I mean, if that counts, I guess I can do that. I don't know. Laugh my ass off is My Little Pony anime. The thing with anime is, like, it's because in Japan, anime is just another word for cartoon. So in Japan, if they're saying like Steven Universe anime, they're technically not wrong because no, that's another word for it. But a lot of people differentiate like anime being strictly like Japan made, and then cartoons being stuff made from America. So I think My Little Pony's from America, so I guess technically it's not considered, but it is. It's a very confusing thing. So in Layton terms, no, it's not anime. Will you ever upload a video upside down? Probably not, unless it's April Fool's prank. What kind of foods can you confirm that you know how to cook? Anything that's microwavable. Can the next 10 seconds of this video be upside down? We'll see if Future What If actually decides to be not a lazy fat ass and do that. NASCAR Racing 66 asks, do you like Daniel Suarez? I actually don't mind Daniel Suarez. I just think he's just being pushed in the cup ride way too soon, and it's really hurting him in the races so far. I mean, he's managed to bullshit 2 top 10s, so I mean, that's something else. I didn't think it was possible. But I just think he's just being rushed into it too much because of Edwards just fucking leaving, jumping ship. So I like Suarez. I just think he's being rushed into the Cup Series too fast. CSX 500 asks, what career mode will you do next? What is your favorite team in NASCAR? What career mode will I do next? Probably NASCAR Thunder 2002. And what's my favorite team in NASCAR? Probably a lot of like the underfunded ones or teams that just aren't like super fantastic. But if we're gonna go by complete bias in this, then probably Hendrick. My name FTW asks, what are your thoughts on some of my favorite drivers such as Landon Castle, Jamie Mack, and Kurt Busch? Landon Castle, I used to hate. I just thought he was like overrated for the equipment he was in. He didn't really do well, especially in the Nationwide Series when he was in the 5 car. But I think now he's redeemed himself, and I think he's actually good. I think it just took him too long to get really, really competent. Jamie Mack, I do like, but there was an incident at like Pocono when they were doing like an interview where they were like up on stage and stuff at Pocono, and he was just signing autographs and stuff. He was walking by, and he completely ignored a kid that wanted an autograph. So that kind of rubbed me the wrong way a little bit. So because of that, I haven't really liked them all too much for that, but maybe just a one-off rare occasion that I managed to pick up for once. So yeah. And Kurt Busch, I used to hate Kurt Busch, but after the whole incident with Penske and him leaving, and then 2012 shit tier mobile, and then his redemption 2013, 14, 15, all that stuff, I started to like him a lot more because he was able to bounce back, and I always like those comeback stories. So I liked him a lot more. I feel like as a person, he definitely matured in a good way since then. So I'm glad that happened. ABC12 asks, how many championships do you think Alan Quickie and Davey Allison would have if they were still alive? Alan Quickie, I don't think he would have ever won a championship again. It did seem like a one and only thing, just considering how tight that points battle was. I don't think he would have been able to win another championship. I do think he would have definitely had more wins, maybe like 20 wins, maybe if that. Davey Allison, he definitely would have had a championship, probably in a year where there was like a really tight points battle, maybe like 96 or 99 or something like that. But yeah, Davey Allison, I really could see him winning. Definitely not 93, because up to that point where he passed away, he was like 8th in points, so probably not then. Maybe if he was alive, maybe 94, because Ernie Irvan was leading the points, so maybe 94. So he definitely would be like a 1 to 3 time champion, if that. He definitely would have maybe 40 wins, if that, or more. Run Ronaldo Run asks, do you think the second New Hampshire race should be replaced by a night race at Atlanta or Auto Club? A night race at Atlanta, I would say, I would definitely say a night race at Atlanta. A second New Hampshire race to be replaced by a night race. Damn, that's a tough question. I would say Atlanta, just because I like Atlanta night races for some reason. So yeah, I'll be alright with either or, but I guess Atlanta. Maybe in the future, Auto Club. I should say Auto Club, but then again, they've both been. Last time they were paved was in '97, so I don't know. Probably Atlanta. I don't know. Number 2, do you think Corey LaJoie should be replaced by now? I'm gonna wait till the end of the season to confirm that, because I think he's better than what the card's giving him. More I think about it, so. I gave him a lot of shit, but I think the car is just really his fault. I don't know. So, if he actually runs well, but the car's shit, then I'll probably say keep him in there, because he seems to be doing better than what the car is providing. So I don't know. Should Indianapolis be replaced by Rockingham, Milwaukee, IRP, or the road courses? In the Xfinity, hell yeah. In Cup, they're probably never gonna get rid of that as much as I hate it. Just because it's a prestigious track, and they're just gonna keep going no matter what, even if the track sucks in the Cup Series. But number 5, do you have a pet? Yes, I have one dog. Should the second Michigan race be replaced by another track? I would say so. Probably Auto Club. That'll make more sense. Do you think Justin Allgaier should replace Casey Kane? I wish, but I think it would make more sense for Alex Bowman to be in that number 7 car. Number 8, do you want the trucks back at Darlington? Hell yes. If you anybody remembers like watching those races, they were shit fests. They were shit shows, but goddamn, I love it. Metallic Umbrellan Umbreon asks, what's your favorite track on the Cup schedule? Definitely Martinsville, for sure. Super NASCAR Ross asks, what made you hate Joey Logano? I already answered that question, so good look at that. Red Leg Fan 19 asks, who will be the next big name driver to retire? I would say Junior, because if something happens again, I'd probably say Junior. If it's somebody else, I'll probably say maybe Kenseth, because he's right there, or Harvick, or Busch. I don't know. Red Leg Fan 19 asks, out of all the Red Leg Fan 19 asks, out of all the oh my talk, what if? Red Leg Fan 19 asks, out of all the up and coming drivers, Elliott, Suarez, Larson, Dillon, Jones, Blaney, etc., who has the most potential and who will win a championship first? Most potential, Chase Elliott, I definitely would think so, but he's in like the best equipment, so it's kind of hard to really say it because the standards are set so high, especially since he's replacing Gordon. So people's expectations are probably way too high, but for what he's doing is fantastic. Suarez, I can't say anything yet because he's still new. I would say Larson's the most has the most potential because he's not in the absolute best equipment, but he's just as good, if not better, than the top tier guys. So it's scary thought because Larson is just that damn good. Austin Dillon, it took him quite many years, but he's finally actually being pretty competitive. Eric Jones, as far as the Cup Series, it's hard to tell because he just started, so I really don't know. Ryan Blaney, I think he is very underrated. I just think Wood Brothers is just not the absolute. It's definitely not at that like amazing of a team. They have Penske Alliance, but like I don't know. I don't think it's as good. But Ryan Blaney and probably Kyle Larson are probably like the top two, the best. And who will win a championship first? It's hard to say. Probably more likely like Larson or Chase Elliott, just because they've been in the sport longer than a year. I mean, Austin Dillon's been in longer, but I see it just Chase Elliott and Larson most likely getting a championship at some point. But as who will get it first? I'll probably say maybe Chase Elliott. I think Chase Elliott would just be more consistent. I don't know. It's hard to say. Lake Fan 19 asks again, what's your favorite track to watch and least favorite? Which track do you think they should bring back? Favorite track is Martinsville. Least favorite is Phoenix. Which track do you think they should bring back? Rockingham, absolutely. SMC asks, what race got you hooked in NASCAR personally? For me, it's the 2005 Daytona 500. Also, do you miss the Gen 4 cars? What hooked me into NASCAR personally? I remember vaguely of the 1998 Daytona 500 when I was 3 years old. I remember Earnhardt doing the burnout in the grass and stuff. I vaguely remember that. After that, it was probably a lot of races in 99, 2000, 2001. 2001 is like the first year I think I started watching it like maybe 80% of the time. And then I started watching it full time, like week and week. Watched the Cup Series full time in 2005, like every single week. Like 2004, 2003, 2002 was like periodically. 2005 was like the first year I watched it entirely, and then 2006 was the first year I watched the Truck Series and the Busch Series all in like 1 year. Or that's when I started watching them like all together. So yeah. Also, do I miss the Gen 4 cars? Yes, I do. It is my favorite looking NASCAR car version, so yeah, I miss the Gen 4 cars. Ethan Benfield asks, why did you choose the name What If Racing? It was just a gag between my other friends that I was going to make an account for What If Races, and I was just thinking, why the hell not? I did want to make a channel based on just racing news, but I thought it'd be kind of funny to do like What If Races, and I was like, okay, I always thought of using What If because nobody uses the word W, and and the races were technically a what if you go back to my very, very old videos. So, and then just racing just kind of came along with that. So yeah, what if racing? I was just gonna have it like a capital like W, lowercase HAT, and then a capital I, lowercase f, and then a capital R, but that was already somehow taken, so I kind of mixed it up around, so having a capital F and a capital R, so that's where it basically came from. Say what again? I dare you. I double dare you. He asks, what's your favorite sport besides NASCAR? I don't really have one, so sorry. Which NASCAR team is your favorite? Probably Hendrick, just because bias, I guess. I don't know. And finally, what is your favorite NASCAR game of all time? NASCAR Thunder 2004 is my favorite. Definitely my favorite. Chase with a Cup is probably my second. But yeah, definitely those are my two favorite. Chris Poindexter asks, how long do you think it will take? What year? 2018, 19, 20, etc. before NASCAR is back to its form. Awesome TV ratings, natural cultural relevancy like 2001. Good racing at every track, and no more paid-to-race drivers sold out races most often. I don't think that'll ever happen again. Unfortunately, I don't think it doesn't matter. Like no matter how much time passes, I don't think we'll be able to recapture that kind of a thing. Because ratings always keep plummeting, and I just don't think it'll be like that again. What's your dream place to live? Probably Florida, and like the like an area of Florida where there's no tornadoes, if that makes sense. What's your ultimate pipe dream? Career job? Probably doing something with I don't even know, really. I mean, it used to be like, film or movies, but I don't know. I don't know what my career job even is anymore. Jack Creener asks, what state do you live in? Well, if I go to the Pocono races, I'm in Pennsylvania, so yeah. What do you think about Kyle Busch? I think he's a whiny bitch, but he's a good whiny bitch because, goddamn it, I enjoy the shit and shenanigans that he does and comes up with because it makes racing entertaining. So I hate him, but I like him at the same time in a weird way. My first question is Kyle Busch a future NASCAR Hall of Fame? Yeah, he definitely is. If you are a NASCAR driver, who do you want to be with your teammates? If I was a driver, probably not Logano. Probably anybody but Logano. Probably Jimmy Johnson, just because he's just an experienced driver, and I would think he would have the most valuable advice or something. So probably Hendrick. Teammates probably just Jimmy. Probably Jimmy, Kenseth, Harvick. Those guys would probably be like the best teammates, just because just their knowledge. Just they've been in the sport for a long time, and they would be kind of probably learn a lot. Brandon Lima asks, what's your favorite game of all time? NASCAR 2004. Kingster Cole asks, if you can go to college, what would it be? Probably something with film. If you can fuck, marry, and kill any three drivers, who would they be? I would probably fuck Danica, marry, oh my god, Johanna Long, and probably kill Joe Logano. Yeah, probably that. Jake Stueve asks, what other sports do you like and enjoy? Bowling and golf. That's the other two I kind of enjoy. I haven't played in a long time, but I do enjoy it. Wise Vision X2 asks, okay, I'm gonna ask this question again because I asked you on Instagram and you never responded. What is your setup do you use to capture your gaming thing? So it's just what the hell? And just an Elgato. I can't even say it. I'm so used to saying PBR for so many years, but it's an Elgato, like an older version of it that can play PS2 and stuff. So that's it. And also, I'm just using a Blue Yeti microphone. So that's my basic setup. Glenn 7000 asks, what is your opinion on Phoenix International Raceway being renovated? Renovated? I mean, all I know is that just the finish line stuff's being changed. I don't really care about the change too much. I don't really care about it all too much. I just don't think it's a need to change. 2, which Poltergeist movie is your favorite? Probably the first one. Jonathan Brinker asks, since NASCAR 2004 series is over, will it be doing a NASCAR 2005 career mode playthrough? I will someday, but not anytime soon. I'm just going to try to go backwards and then work my way up so it's not all over the place. So I'll probably start from 2002 and upwards. Tom Todd 774 asks, is there any other racing games you like besides NASCAR? I like the dirt games. I like the F1 games, so there's 2 of them right there. NASCAR Racing 66 asks, do you like the new All-Star Race format? Yes, I do. I think the tire compound idea is an interesting one. I hope it works out. I definitely think it's better than whatever the hell they were doing last year, because that was a big fucking mess. Rebellion Squad asks, will you play NASCAR Heat Mobile? I'm not touching that freaking game. Jacob Allen asks, if you become a CEO of NASCAR, what would you change up NASCAR and what rules would you have? What do I change? Get rid of the chase, have it be a 36 race season for a championship. Get rid of the splitter. That's probably it, and probably have like cautions like we're at the end of the race, so it doesn't like end under yellow or something like a restrictor place where it's like if it's on the final lap and they're halfway down the back straightaway, it's kind of like the overtime line, except once you go past that line on the white flag, then you know anything's for grabs. Like there's a ragdoll race, the checkered flag, and that rule would have to be like super like they would have to really enforce it being consistent and not throwing out yellows 30 seconds after a wreck or 1 second after a wreck. Like it's got to be consistent. John Mack asks, any thoughts on a new All-Star Race format? I'm up for it. I already answered that, but I'm up for that. I'm just curious to see how it works out. So I think the tire idea is neat. Wade Stilisky asks, would you play online with me? I don't really have online anymore, so probably not, unfortunately. Mentally Will asks, what would you say to someone who thinks NASCAR is stupid or only for stupid people? What would you say to them? What would you try to win them over? What would you do to what would you like to do to them with your IRL real life? If you think it's stupid, I'm probably not going to really argue that too much because there's a lot of stupid shit, but if they're going to say it's for stupid people, they're going to be like, that offends me. And then I'm going to probably just walk away. Probably not do a whole lot. Well, I try to do the win them over, maybe show them some good finishes or fights or I don't know, something like that. Who knows? I don't know asks. By the way, I love that profile picture. It's very nice. We do Let's Play the career mode of World of Outlaws Sprint Cars 2002 in the near future. I definitely see that happening someday. So I think that'll happen. The Kids 489 production acts. Can you look up Zadir, please? Alright, sure, let's look it up. What was it again? Z-A-D-R, okay. Z-A-D-R. Oh, it's an Invader Zim pairing. Looks like a Yowie. Alright. I mean... Oh, I have my safe search on moderate. Okay, let's go. Let's change it off. I clear my browsing history, so I freaking, okay. I don't really... I mean, I've seen worse. Am I supposed to say it's, like, fucked up? It's... I mean, I'm not into it, but... Okay, well... It's cute? I don't... I got nothing. Taz asks, what's your favorite sports car? Probably like the IROC cars. I don't even think that considers a sports car, but if not, then I don't know. 2, can you explain in thorough detail why you hate the following? Joey Logano, Utedniks, NASCAR Games, NASCAR Heat Evolution. Joey Logano, I already kind of mentioned in this Q&A already. Utedniks, NASCAR Games, you can look through my channel on random videos in the past about that. And NASCAR Heat Evolution, you could probably just check out my review for that. So... yeah, I don't want to go into full detail because I'll be here for like 2 hours explaining everything again, but yeah. 3, have you ever tried any of the Need for Speed games? I haven't. Not that I think they're bad, I just never got around to it. What's your favorite singer and band? Michael Jackson and Queen. That's... 5, have you ever tried Flat Out 2 or Flat Out Ultimate Carnage? I do have Flat Out 2, but I don't have Flat Out Ultimate Carnage because I heard bad things about it, so I never end up getting it, but Flat Out 2 was fun. Have you ever tried out Burnout Revenge or Burnout 3? I haven't really touched any of those games ever. What's your favorite food and drinks to have? Foods, probably french fries. Drinks would be a toss-up between Mug Root Beer, Coca-Cola, and Dr. Pepper. I like all 3. Joseph Fitzwater asks, this is the last question, thank baby Jesus. If you could hang out with any 2 drivers, past or present, who would they be and what would you want to do during the day? Also, what is your favorite year of NASCAR racing that you have watched? If I could hang out with drivers from the past, I'd probably be Davey Allison and Dale Earnhardt, just because I just think they're pretty awesome people. So yeah, probably those two for sure. What would you want to do during the day? Like, if we're gonna be like hypothetically speaking, like if they were brought back just for that one day, I'd probably like want to talk to them about like like I guess their career or what if they were alive, what would they ask, what would they do, or what would happen. Probably I would probably be more curious about what would Earnhardt's future plans be, or get more of a direct answer, like hey what was your future like the next 5 years or something, like had you lived or something. I'll probably ask that, and because he was nearing like the last couple years of his career, so it'd be interesting to see and ask that. Davey Allison, I probably asked like would he still stay with like Yates or something throughout his career, or what. So I don't know. It'll probably be interesting to do that. But as far as what you do, probably race go-kart or something and probably lose by like 10 laps. So yeah. My neck is sore from like looking like completely straight on for like what feels like 2 hours now in the accumulation of all the things I was going through. But yeah, thank you everybody for all the questions. There was a shit ton. Next time I'm probably gonna limit down to maybe 5 questions per person, because that was a lot. Some people asked me like 20 questions, so even though there's like maybe 86 comments, there's probably like over 200 questions I was asking that I was questioned with. So hope I answered them fine. I'm tired now. But seriously, thanks for the questions, everybody. Hope you enjoyed. Thanks for watching. If you stuck around the end, and if you were, hopefully you didn't wait too long for your question to be asked, because it would probably be a long video, I would imagine. So thanks for watching. I'll see you all later, and as always, have a good day, everyone.